Apparently, I'm live. Okay. Well, this is actually the screen on this is actually much larger. I am streaming live on YouTube. I'm not using StreamYard because Dana from StreamYard and I don't like each other. Hi, it's Dana from StreamYard. Fuck off, bitch. I have heard that so many times in the last while that it's actually not even funny. I detest that woman. Poor young woman just getting a lot of hate from some random chap. Like, so we'll see how this works. I don't know if I can share my screen on this and stuff. Like, I don't know the limitations of streaming on YouTube. So there's going to be some differences in terms of like I may not have the tunes for this one. I'm gonna have to like figure out how that works. Pop out dashboard, send feedback, manage, manage, manage. No, no. Perhaps the angle is a bit. I need to put the laptop over there a bit. Better framing is required, methinks. I'm also like I'm a finicky bastard when it comes to this stuff. Like I want it to be like bang on, you know. Like I paint symmetrical shit, so that should tell you how much I appreciate Subtater. Konnichiwa, brother Griffu. Welcome to PEINTEINGU. Subtater. It's like what would be the equivalent? Like if you're saying subtater as in the potato because I'm Irish, like would I say like sup rifle? Like sub 45? Like sub Glock? Like just saying the first firearm that comes to your mind, like oh, I'm trying to. Who doesn't love the 45? Like, do you know what I mean? I know, like Brandon from Vertec would be like, oh, 9 millimeter, like 9 millimeter all the way, like, and he's right, like, do you know what I mean? But still, I mean, it's just, it's there's just something about the 45, like, you know, it's not a big like 357 or like you know a fucking like a 44 Magnum round or something like you know or like a .50 fucking basically 50 cal version of a pistol Desert Eagle or whatever. Like it still has enough stopping power because like isn't the 911 isn't the original 1911 M 1911 Colt 45, yeah, like that pistol is just absolutely sexual. Equivalent to tater is probably combre. Combrade? It's the cow killer. Hello, my niggeroo. Welcome, Demon Hunter Beru, to PEINTEINGU. I'm now streaming live on YouTube because StreamYard wanted money from me. I, I've done so much free streaming on StreamYard in the past like week or two. Obviously, not just in the past. It's because I started streaming every day that like 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, and you're only allowed to have 20 free hours on StreamYard. So it's like, yeah, like fuck that. I'll just stream live on YouTube. Like, however, I don't think I can like share my stream or share my screen. I don't know, like if I just start playing this, I don't. I'd say you guys can hear it, but it'll probably sound trash because it'll probably come through the mic, you know, and you can probably barely hear that. Okay, so I've turned that up, and you could probably hear that. Yeah, and I'm surprised to know if you can hear that because I wonder how the mic works on different like apps and shit. Oh, what's the crack now? The microphone level doesn't seem to be going as high as it usually does. You know? So let me know if you can hear any music going on in the background because I currently have the intro music playing. So you should be able to hear drums. Not right now because it's getting quiet. You hear that? No music that I can hear. No. All right, cool. Yeah, I didn't think that would. I didn't think that would work. So I can't just like have it on another tab because that's all I have right now is I just have it on another tab playing. So yeah, I don't think there's an option here. Expand menu, pop out dashboard. I wonder if pop out dashboard is how I access other options. No. Oh, this gives me like a interesting add stream marker. Okay, this gives me like different options and stuff. Select stream, sign out, chat rate, concurrent viewers 2, chat rate 2, views 1. How's there only one view if there's 2 viewers? What the fuck? Your statistics are naff, YouTube. Right. I can't click on manage because I'm currently on the thing. I think there is just now like what's edit? Okay. Customization. That just allows me to edit the like name of the stream and shit and blah blah. Okay. All right, so it looks like the tunes are gonna go. I'm gonna have to go back to the old way doing the tunes. So I'm gonna get the Bluetooth speaker and set up the tunes, and then you'll probably be able to hear the tunes again. But I don't know how the sound quality will be because now I'm using a different. I'm using the same mic, but because it's on YouTube, I don't know how it's gonna be. Like, you know? So give me 2 seconds. While I fucking maneuver around this minefield that is my office. Right. I hope this doesn't need to be charged.
Welcome to Iowa.
Welcome to Iowa. A Bluetooth disconnected. Okay. I'm pretty sure the sound should just be what it has been, so it'll probably be fine. But you never know, like with different software and shit. Like it depends on what kind of software YouTube uses versus StreamYard. Like, and I wouldn't be surprised if like YouTube kind of like, you know, are a bunch of cheap bastards and like use like really subpar audio and visual shit. Like, and I nearly just completely removed my bandana in one fucking slide. It's because I didn't double knot it. That's when you don't double knot your bandana, you're asking for trouble. Right. Tunes. So I'm going to exit out of that tab because I don't need that tab. I don't need you anymore, bitch. Be gone from me, bitch. I need you not. You should see Wishy come out with me. What the fuck did you say? I wasn't talking about you, bitch. I was talking about a different bitch. I have lots of bitches. These bitches. Those bitches. That bitch. Right. Tunes. That fucking Finnish metal band you sent me yesterday, Demon Hunter. Like, I just clicked on it. Like when I went to the Telegram, I seen the message from you, and I just clicked on it, and immediately takes me to YouTube and just starts playing the video. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? 2 lads in gimp costumes driving a car, and they come across some like huge fucking Wonder Woman bitch in underwear in the middle of the road. And she's like, oh man, it's hilarious. Like, it's so fucking funny. Like, absolute fucking, like, oh, just, I love shit like that where you're just like, what the fuck? Like, which is probably why, I know at least that's exactly why Iron Man Bear likes this stream. Like, chapping me, like, it's the most hilarious random fucking thing. You know, Irish Newfoundland Bear coming like dropped in yesterday. I was like, what have I like walked into? Like, what the fuck? Just me there with the fan, like, and I could be doing anything. I could be painting, I could be ranting, I could be moshing away to sick tunes. You never know what to expect here on Painting. You never quite know what I'll get up to. You know, the Monkey King's not the only mischievous little shit that used to live in heaven. I myself have quite the reputation of being mischievous. Well, not mischievous, more like fun-loving and atypically Irish. Constantly taking the piss out of things. Bye, my love. Whether it be metaphorically or literally. I seriously think that's hilarious. That would like the stuff that like BB makes up like just offhand and then runs with is hilarious. Like the idea that all Irish people drink their own piss and like fucking like because they're such alcoholics, like the alcohol would be in your piss and then they drink the piss because it's got alcohol in it. Like, is just so fucking funny to me because it's actually pretty close to the truth. Like, because like I've seen so like, and I know this isn't just Irish people, but I've seen some dark shit. You know, when like this actually happened to me a few weeks ago, like a while ago now. Well, nothing happened to me. I observed the following a few weeks ago while I was just walking through the town, and it was like a combination of horrifying and hilarious. Where I seen this like fairly attractive young woman, because typically when you see junkies and stuff like that, you're like, ugh, the state of them. Like, but she was actually like fairly attractive, like not like anorexic look. Like she didn't. At first glance, I was like, you wouldn't think she was about to behave in the way she fucking behaved. And she started. She just like came across the road with haste, and I noticed her. And then I noticed that she's like, in pajamas, which is fairly common here, depending on what time of day it is or where you are. Like, and she like made her way in front of me, and then up towards the coffee shop, or like it's more like a cafe, like and because there's like tables and chairs sitting outside it. And I'm walking, and then the next thing I know is that she's like bending over and like getting down on her fucking like squatting down and picking something up, and I was like, "What in the name of God is she picking up?" Like, and then the first thing I thought of was like, "Oh my God, is she picking up cigarette butts?" Like, and then it was confirmed when I got closer, and she picked another one up. Like, and I was just like, "Oh my God, she's picking cigarette butts off the ground." Like outside of a fucking cafe in the town. Not that like the fucking environment or location makes any difference to picking cigarette butts off the fucking ground, unless it's a context change and you're cleaning them, but like or cleaning the place, but like or like cleaning the butts before you. Oh Jesus! But like when you see something like that, you're just like, obviously part of you feels sad because you're like, oh my God, like imagine being that desperate and low and stuff like that and all that. You're just like scavenging and shit, like like that's horrifying, like, but it's also hilarious on a level because it's like, I mean, no section of your brain comes to the conclusion that you would probably be at least more efficient to just temporarily stop taking drugs and all that stuff to like get some money to be able to like at least get some cigarettes to put with your drugs. It's just like, do you know what I mean? Like I used to think this is hilarious. Like, but like when I first like started like having a bit of money and stuff like that. Like my budget has always been so insanely low, but I still manage to do whatever the fuck I want, like within reason. Obviously, like obviously I can't like fucking rent myself a yacht and fucking take a trip around the Caribbean. Like, but like I don't want to. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I find hilarious, that like motivates people like say like Conor McGregor or something, like the mindset to go and get so good at fighting that like you get to that level and then you get all that money and then you start behaving in that way and all, like that atypical Mike Tyson fucking footballer style lifestyle of like just like the hotels and the yacht and the fucking watches and the suits and the outlandish clothes. And it's just and like being at all these like events and stuff like that, like, do you know what I mean? And it's like the dude made his own fucking whiskey, like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know, like, so you have to admire the business acumen. Do you know what I mean? Like, I admire his skill and his strategy and stuff like that. Like, but the motivation and the moral degeneration, seemingly, what you see is not what's actually going on, like, do you know what I mean? But a lot of it is like, you see people behaving in a certain way and you're like, what the fuck, like, it's just so funny to me how you just have these like people who just like end up in these situations, like I've never been lukewarm, like I've never been like mediocre, but I've always been kind of like in a weird way restrained, which is odd considering I used to have such a flaring temper and I'm quite loud, but when it comes to like public behavior, I've always been quite well behaved. And I think fundamentally, I think that's what is so important about like, man, woman, family, marriage, raising children properly. Like, do you know what I mean? Because like that is like one of the if not main, but major causes of like all that shit, crime, like areas going to shit, like a single mother with 2 or 3 sons, like, do you know what I mean? Like on average, is going to have a brutal time of it, and everything's going to go to shit. Like coming to this stream, sans context, is the equivalent of the Mus Eisley cantina scene in a good way. Like, are those fucking aliens? Like, oh, that's so true. Like, I was just like fucking like, I mean, or reading chat or like catching up on chat because I've ranted for 40 minutes or some shit. And you just have this like obscure cartoonish fucking scene in the background, music playing and all. Like, oh man, oh shit, there goes my fan. Oh god. Oh, I need a cigarette, but I'm not going to. I had one before the stream, and like I'm going to go to 2 hours without having any nicotine. Because like I'm such a smoker, like, do you know what I mean? Like I'm one of them people that's like cup of tea, smoke, have somebody eat, smoke, go for a walk, come back, have a smoke. Fucking go for a walk, get to the destination, do what you need to do, go outside, cigarette, walk home. Like, oh, sip. How does the gong sound? How does my voice and the gong sound? We now begin PEINTEINGU. Please take your seats. What's going on outside? I'm right beside the, like, obviously there's a window. I'm so bad at this mirror shit. There's a window here, right? Clearly, that's not that is or isn't the light of the heavens like baiting in my window because I decided to post up. But I've decided that Defenderoo's storyline is that I literally posted up in a mobile home like right outside heaven when they kicked me out. Like, get the fuck out! Monkey King's causing such a fucking store that, like, we can't have this shit. He wants you gone, like, you know what I mean, for painting his penis and stuff like that. And everybody laughed and chuckled away, like, And then I just posted up right outside heaven in a mobile home, and I'm just like streaming to mortals, like, you know what I mean? I'm not even like actually here. You're not watching this stream. This is all an illusion. PEINTEINGU exists only in your mind, Demon Hunter. Oh, gong is donging. Good. All right. So the sound is fine. I just like I have to go back to the old ways, which I don't really mind because I only literally did one stream where I did that fucking shit. I will say the image quality, at least on my end, is far superior. So there is that, which on a painting stream is probably something I should appreciate or take into account. At least take into account, Okay, I think we're good. Like, like I can see more of the PEINTEINGU. I don't know about you. Is it mirrored? I can't even tell. I'm that much of a retard. Like, Instagram fucked me up. Like, all them streams on Instagram and then sleep deprived, have to switch everything around. Like, and then doing all the promos and stuff on Instagram, so stuff is like the other way around. And then you start streaming on StreamYard and it's not the other way around. It's just like my brain is just like, what is left? What is right? I have no idea. Fuck it, I'm going up. Oh, God. Right. Let's test the tunes then.
Maximum volume.
Right as your man went to hit the drum the first time, she said maximum volume and interrupted him. So how's that coming through? I wouldn't know the difference. I'm just here, man. Oh, that's hilarious. The monkey needs a bit of work. I've decided that I'm actually going to put all these paints over there, and then I'm going to go back to using the actual, like, just straight up gouache because it takes up less room. My desk, like, look at this shit. I am, and look at this shit, and there's only a few of them in frame. There's just paints everywhere. There's fucking paints like all around me. I'm surrounded by little tubs of paint, which brings me great joy because I love color. However, I need more efficient use of space. Talking about efficiency on a stream like this is fucking hilarious in its own right. Like, a moment. Right. Shit. Fuck. Damn. Bollocks. If you haven't noticed, the stream is not meant for children. Shit. Crap. Fake. Oh fuck, the fucking phone's after falling out of the tripod. They say Monday is the thing where it's like, oh, it's the start of the week and lots of shit goes wrong. Today, no, it's fucking Tuesday. I'm a wreck. But that's not going to stop me. How's this? Can you hear the music? I'm back to shouting over the. I'm back to shouting over the songs. Like, that's okay. Gets me in the mood. The mood for what you say? You're about to find out. As I indulge myself live on the internet and perform PEINTEINGU. I prefer the old ways. You slapped me fucking head off the fucking roof. Only took me about 50 streams. But I finally sculled the back of my head off the roof. Oh. Didn't fix this thing. PEINTEINGU! It's PEINTEINGU! Oh. It's like wrecked the tripod out of it, like. Nearly have it. Until I get the sound like down perfect, I'm just gonna be constantly being like, how does it sound? How's the tunes? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Right. I have fixed that situation. That situation's all good. Right. Let's fucking paint this monkey. He needs more life. So does the lobster. Moment while I rearrange my paints. Place my royal rag upon my royal knee. If you weren't in the mood for PEINTEINGU, you fucking will be now. I seriously want a shamisen so bad. I want to be able to sit here and just like, oh, that'd be so much fun. They're so fucking expensive though, which isn't surprising, you know. Get it into you. You've crushed it. I don't know how to play any instrument. I don't know how to play instruments. But if I swear to God, if I get my hands on a shamisen, I will learn how to play that thing. Part of me still wants to learn how to play the flute, but it's so hard. At least with a string, like a stringed instrument, you can just pluck it and it plays a note. Do you know what I mean? At least that, like, but with that thing, just blowing into it and getting a note, it's like really hard. But like, I don't know, part of me's like, don't be a bitch, learn how to play the flute. But then I'm like, no, that's gay. Men shouldn't blow flutes. come this far. Why you start doing that? Like, look at all that paint. Like, there's just so much fucking. I'm like a mad scientist. I've just mixed so much paint and just have tubs of it everywhere. Like, I love it. Shit. Shout out to Amazon for these. The fact that none of them spilt. One of them did go in the bin though. That'll be fine over there till later. Right. Fuck. There we go. I'm going back to using just like straight out of the tube because it actually takes up less space. Is it gonna cost me more in the short term? Probably. That's why you should pay for PEINTEINGU. Because it's not fucking cheap. Can you imagine what it'd be if I like use oils all the time? I don't know. Was Bob Ross like selling cocaine on the side or some shit like? Oh fuck. Need a sip. Is everything in frame? Yes. Right. We already have a nice base on our monkey. Now we'll just make him make him pop a little, you know? Every time I use burnt sienna, it's so like, buy yourself a tube of this. Even if, like, I don't care, like, if you don't paint or if you're never going to use it, buy yourself a tube of this online. Turner Acryl Gouache, right? You can get them on Amazon. Get the burnt sienna and just smell it. You know, just smell this. Buy this and smell it, you swine. It smells delicious. The music will keep you occupied while I prepare for PEINTEINGU. Get that bitch wet and slap her about. They need it. They love it. What else am I looking for? Where's that other fucking... I have it now. Fuck yeah. PEINTEINGU. 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 Painting me. It's PEINTEINGU. 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 Painting me. Painting you. It's PEINTEINGU. Let's PEINTEINGU. I just want to be on a horse. Just like, yeah. Point me in the direction of the enemy, sire. Oh shit. PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU. Oh, that's a lot of yellow. That just squirted right out of the tube. Say that fucking Jamison, you sexy cunt. Painting you will get you in the fucking mood for anything. Apart from war. Don't be getting into any wars. Just because painting you gets you in the mood. It's a little high. How's that? Let me know. I like feedback. I want to know what you're hearing and what you're seeing. How's the video? How's the audio? How's my voice? How's my face? Am I beautiful? Am I fierce? Could I be in a coin? Where'd that bitch go? Oh, yeah. Right! Dirty bitch. You clean that bitch. She's dirty. Woo! Okay. First things first. Improve the monkey. Little bit of red. This is why it's called painting goo. Look. Those paints don't run, bitch. Oh, seriously. Fucking little tunes, boy. Oh! Need to make this brown a little bit darker. It's a dark monkey. I have attained it. I've attained a lovely shade of brown. Right, time to dance with some demons. Fuck off! Go away from me! Those cunts wanted money from me. Fuck them. Right. Let me know how to, again, let me know how the tunes sound. Let me know how everything sounds. Keep me constantly in the loop of how shit the production value on Painting Goo is. Right. Let us conclude this Lebanese conflict. Paint, paint. Paint chimp. Brown chimp. Paint, paint. The Painting Goo. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. I'm like, maybe one stream I'll like just try and do that every time because it look hilarious. Paint, paint, and like try and paint, paint, paint. I used to. I had a look at like episode 6 on Instagram like last night because I was like, how far can I go back on these things? I don't have like an entire backlog. I don't think I do anyway. I might be able to find Painting Goo episode 1, but I doubt it. But it's so funny. Like it's just me in a fucking dressing gown with a fucking the rope from Wishy's dressing gown as a bandana, like, and my hair's like way longer and shit. Like, I did have a top knot at one stage, and I'm not gonna lie, I want a top knot again because it was just fucking hilarious having a top knot. You know, it just suited the stream so fucking much. And it's like actively a thing between me and Wishy that like she doesn't want me to grow my hair long again. I've had long hair a few times, like, and Wishy's like, no, you're so much more handsome when you have short hair. Like, oh, that's the thing though. I would have gay to pay away if I was like, but I want to grow my hair long like a fag. Like, but part of me does. There is a, like, because I have had long hair. Like, my hair was down to my ass at one stage. And don't get me wrong, there's aspects of having long hair that fucking suck, but there's aspects of having long hair that I really like. I mean, like, it keeps you warm as fuck. Like, when you have that much hair, it keeps you warm as fuck. But then there's the opposite, like in the summer and shit. Oh my god, like, when you go swimming and like you weigh an extra 10 kilos, like, fucking head be like, hey, pretty good. That's kind of orange. Now he blends in with the mountain. Now the monkey looks like he has a hole in his chest. That is not the effect I was looking for. I have to put way more yellow in that. Or will I even bother? No, I'm just going to do them all brown. Yeah, I'll just do them all brown. There's me trying to give him, like, you know, different, like, shades of hair on his belly and stuff. It's like, nah, fuck this shit. Like, I'll just do them all brown. He's getting an all-over Mexican treatment. Hiya! Yeah, I'll just do his face a different color. I'm gonna get I need to get that, like, sandy, kind of almost like flesh color, like, you know, but it's not quite like. And then I'll do his teeth and stuff. Could put a hat on him, you know. I think he'd look hilarious if I put one of them fucking. That painting gives me great insight into your mind. Now, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Iron Man Baru, welcome to PEINTEINGU. Welcome, brother. It really does. Like, a painting gives me an insight into your mind. And it's like, man, like, all the paintings and PEINTEINGU give you an insight into what goes on in my mind. Oh, Hitler on the moon with a squirt gun is still one of my favorite things. I might actually just do that again, like, but like better. That'd be a brilliant T-shirt, like, fucking. We went to the moon, but like in German. What would that like auf Deutsch? Do you know that, Demon Hunter Bear? How would you say we went to the moon? We. I can't remember how you say we in German. Wir gehen auf dem Moon. What's moon in German? Das Luna. I did German and all. It's like for fucking junior infants and fucking me leaving sort of like. Oh god, my eyes are so dry today. I think I also maybe the. Sometimes I feel like my vision gets a bit like not blurry, but like my eyes get like extra dry when I'm like when I'm painting with certain paints, and they do say like may cause an allergic reaction, but I don't think I'm having an allergic reaction. I think it's just like the the emulsion-based paints, they dry really quickly. So like I think being close to them sometimes it's like drying my eyes out of my head. Like, oh god. I'll start just like splashing water on my face. Skin flute. Like, it just sounds horrible. Right, I need a fucking. I know I can reduce this burnt sienna down to the desired skin tone-esque shade that I'm looking for. I know it. I just know it in my heart. I believe in myself that much. I can do this. I can totally do this. Bit of green, which will make it darker for the moment. You know? Too much green will make it mainly green. I keep saying that I need to spend like a whole day doing like color theory to like improve my ability to just like mix colors and shit. Like, but it's always the same. Like, I'll go to do something like that, and then I just like I end up mixing like a really nice color, like a shade or a hue or whatever. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, you know, like right now I got like a really nice like military looking green, and I just want to use it. I just want to use it. Like, do you know what I mean? It always happens to me. Like, I get so easily distracted trying to do, like, even when somebody commissions me to do a painting, and I'm like, yeah, cool, and I'll be doing it and all. I get sidetracked by like just a color. I'm like, oh, that's a really nice shade of purple or some shit. Like, and I just want to draw a shape with it or some shit. Like, weird. Like, I haven't done a symmetrical in fucking weeks, and like, it's actually starting to drive me insane. I think I'm gonna draw another one up either today or tomorrow. But I've just been so distracted by other projects. That little promo, or not even a promo, that little rant I went on in the other stream, is true as fuck. I have been like undisciplined and emotional. Where's the white? There it is. Like, everybody's got shit going on, like, you know what I mean? And I'm not like I'm one of those people that like I'm always very aware, especially because the shit that I've experienced. Not that I've experienced like, you know, a ton of shit, but like I have experienced enough shit to like always just be aware that, like, you know, there's always a bigger fish. There's always someone with a, you know, a bigger issue or a worse problem, or someone who's like in a worse place or a better place or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your life is your life. Just live your life. You're on your journey. Like, that's what's important. Like, but obviously you still get those days where like you're enamored by like all the shit happening in your life, whether to do with your family or your friends or whatever. Like, and I just have a lot of that going on the last year or so. And it doesn't even actually involve me. And I think that's why it's affecting my mental state so much. See you! I don't give a fuck about your clothing line. You fucking fag. Get off my stream. Are you guys like that? Like, I'm like that, where like, because I can't help, because I can't really do anything, it like almost makes me feel worse. I get frustrated by like not being able to like just fix shit, you know. That really did me in for years when I was living in when I was still living with my mom. That like I had to really accept that there was like so many aspects of the family life and the drama and all that stuff that was just like totally out of my control. Like, you know, you just can't convince people to do the right thing, or Well, not that you can't convince them. You can convince them. You know, I couldn't convince those people. But obviously you can't force. Well, you could, but like, from from people, from our perspective, people like us, we're like that's how we think. I'm assuming that's how you guys think because I know you guys are similar to me. But it's like I can't force you. Like I really don't want you to fuck up, and I really don't want you to make these decisions. Like I feel like a parent. Like I feel like that's what my parents used to do to me and shit. Like, and now I'm doing it to them. It's so weird. Like that's what, like everybody. Like that's how fucked is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like I know people older than me would like probably have other shit, but for me, like the whole COVID thing, like the last few years, is like seriously the most insane thing that's ever happened in my life. Like, and I know that's like that for like a lot of people, but for a lot of people it isn't. A lot of people remember like a riot or like some people getting shot or something like something like localized and like far more traumatizing. And to them, like, the whole vaccines and masks was like, oh, we had, like, we had this, that, and that, and blah, blah. Like, have you ever seen somebody get their kneecaps blown out by a 10 gauge? Like, you don't know what problems are. Like, like, put on the fuck your freedom. Fuck your freedom. Screw your freedom. Put the mask on. What a lot of, like, I couldn't believe, of all people, Arnold Schwarzenegger was shilling for that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Of all people, like, you'd want him to be like, listen, yeah, back in my day, we would just pump iron all day, Doesn't matter if you have the flu or you're sick, you have malaria, just pump iron, just lift your problems away. Like, that's what you wanted of Arnie. You wanted the governor of California to come out and just be like, all your problems can be solved in the gym. Just cause yourself a lot of physical pain in your muscles, and it will feel like you're calming. And everything will be okay. Just lift the iron. Ah! But no, you fucking like, screw your freedom. Fuck that nigga. Fuck all of them, like. Bunch of pussies, like. All of us normies over the years fucking like, Jesus, I wonder I'd like to be famous, like. And then you watch these people just sell their soul down the fucking Swanee, like. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I know, like, I can only imagine how intimidating it must be to like be in a room full of suits and they're all like, oh, it probably wouldn't be very good for your career to like take that kind of stance. Like, it's like you want to be careful now what you say in your next interview and stuff like that. It's like, fuck you, you don't own me, like pretend. That's what it is, isn't it? It's like they fucking own Arnie. Like they fucking own all of them. Like that look in Dave Chappelle's eyes. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck this, I'm going to Africa. Like, do you know what I mean? He came back though, didn't he? Or was he cloned? I don't fucking know. Who cares? Paint. Yeah, I don't know. That's too orange. Yeah. Why does that monkey have an orange face? I don't want to just cheat and like, well, it's not cheat. But I don't want to just like, oh yeah, I need that shade. There's boom. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, not only is this shit expensive, but like, I also want to learn how to like do this shit properly. Like, I know I can achieve that shade. I know it. Another wonderful side effect of PEINTEINGU is watching me fail all over the place. You say you're a former god of painting, that they struck you from heaven. Why are your paintings so cartoony and childish? Because they fucking took my powers when they kicked me out of heaven. Haven't you seen Hercules? That's how that shit works. You get kicked out of heaven. You don't just become mortal. You lose all your shit. Just start all over again. Do you remember how fucking pissed off you would have got when somebody fucking saved over your save file? You know? Imagine how pissed I am. I was a god. You mortals have nothing to complain about. Learning to do things with joy is fucking hell of a lot better than battling it out with your fellow gods every 6 eons, just because that's what it says in the rule book. Being mortal isn't so bad, you know? Apart from the smell. I agree with Agent Smith. If I stare into that painting, the painting stares back at you. I'm gonna try and put like an intense look on the monkey. Wir gehen zu dem Mond. I think my German is rusty. Die Mond. Yeah, wir gehen zu dem Mond. That sounds right, you know. Sounds very German. Okay. Well, the monkey's face is drying. Although it won't take long to dry, because I'm back just using like proper goosh. Literally the only color. Well, not the only color, but like I have like a load of these, you know, a lot of these ones, and like, you know, that provides me with like almost pretty much infinite amount of shades and stuff. Which is why I want to learn proper color theory and how to neutralize and enrich and like get different colors and stuff like that, and ratios and all that. Where was I going with this? I had a point there, and it's just gone now. God damn it! Oh, the drying, yeah. They dry shit quick, like shit quick. I love it. Like for some, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. For somebody like my artistic style, I find it so handy to be able to put down rich, vibrant, opaque color, and then only have to wait about 5 minutes before I can go over it with a totally different color. It's so fucking good. Like obviously, like the thing that pops the most on the painting is Coddington, so I'm gonna try and do that to the monkey and the lobster, make them a bit more cartoony. I think I'm gonna do that from now on, where like I'll just slap a background together like Bob Ross style, like I always do, and then I'll like put cartoony shit in, and make a problem, because that will solve the problem that I was talking about there on the other stream, where I was like, I want people to really be able to see the painting, you know. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Painting a lobster. Do, do. It's a little bit transparent in certain areas. Hey, yeah. Okay. Benzo bottle's looking great. Oh, it is flipped. So it's flipped on YouTube, is it? Well, it's flipped for me anyway. Yeah, that's interesting. So no doubt sleep deprived bear will flip it again, but it doesn't really matter. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it does and it doesn't. It's important not to care too much. Much too much. Much too much. One of my like favorite rules for life or sayings or whatever like that is everything in moderation. But like, and I don't know if this actually is the true saying, but I feel like you should follow that up with including moderation. You know, like all things in moderation, including moderation. So like now and again, you shouldn't be moderate at all. You should be extreme. You know. Like, didn't Jesus say that about like, you know, don't be lukewarm, I'd spit you out and all that. So like I was saying earlier, like, you know, fucking in public, you know, I'm a gentleman, you know. But in private, I'm a fucking lunatic. Where's the water? It's black, so it doesn't fucking matter. I fucking went to bed last night, right? At like 11-ish. I wanted to try and get to sleep a little bit earlier than that. But I've been going to bed like very late lately. Just with what's been going on and like just like the routine doing stuff and all like and Jesus, fuck that up. Went to bed last night and fucking woke up at 3 a.m. I was like, I don't need that much energy. Like, what the fuck? I don't need to get up that early. I went to bed around 11 or like I got like 5 hours sleep. Like, and like when I woke up, I was like, I was awake. Do you know what I mean? Like I was up. And then I looked at my fucking phone. I seen it was dark out, and I looked at the phone. I was like, "Geez, what's it like? It's not even sunrise yet. How early is it? Fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. What the fuck?" My battery's recharged way too quick. There's something so like meditative. Like I get into that meditative state when I'm putting a black line on it, like on pretty much all of my like personal art, like whatever about PEINTEINGU, and then like the symmetrical art stuff doesn't really have a black outline on most of the shit or whatever. It's just colors. But like all of my characters and the stuff that I draw or paint, like in terms of like, you know, characters or funny looking things or animals or creatures or monsters or whatever like that, I tend to do cartoon style and get a black outline. And like when I'm doing the outline, you just like you end up just like hyper focused. Like, and one thing I didn't expect that I really noticed in the last few years, because like, you know, trying to do it like every day as for a living, you know, and earn money doing art. I was actually surprised at how tired it makes you. I thought I would be able to, like, you know, similar, like, well, if I can sit there playing video games 8 hours a day, why can't I sit there creating beautiful art for 8 hours a day? I said, well, I can, but it's way more taxing. Like, my energy's like nearly gone at like the 3 hour mark from like focusing and like thinking and like visualizing, and then like, oh, it's crazy. It actually takes a lot out of you, like. And like to me that makes sense, because you see a lot of these artist types who are like, you know, really addicted, like heavily addicted to caffeine, and they're thin, and like, you know, they're not exactly physically at their peak, like, you know, like physically great, like, you know. Now I have seen other artists, like usually dudes actually, who like look like they hit the gym, but they're artists, you know. And it is, I can imagine it's guys like myself who figured out very quickly that if you spend long periods of time sitting down painting this shit and all, like your posture and your like fucking lower body and all, like you start to like, you know, you start to fucking get old real quick. Like it's really important to fucking stay fit and healthy, especially if you're going to be doing something like this. Right, the middle of his face isn't dry just yet, so I'm going to leave that alone so it doesn't taint it. Yes, much better. Monkey's looking excellent now. I'm going to go over cod as well, because like black outline is a bit faded on this. The black I was using was a little bit watered down. Doo-doo, doo-doo. I completely forgot to do a promo earlier, and then did a promo on Instagram like 5 minutes before I went live. Oh, I'm terrible for stuff like that, where like I just get distracted by something, like I said, and then at the last minute I'll be like, "Fuck! I was supposed to do this." Paint, paint, PEINTEINGU. Paint chip. Paint tail. Chip tail. Paint, paint. Excellent. Paint, paint. Do, 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 do. Part of me was thinking as well, I was like, should I try and just do it like that? When I do PEINTEINGU, it's like I'll get the map out, I'll get the hat out, and then I'll do it, and then try and complete the PEINTEINGU in like 2 and 3 hours, and then like every episode is a different PEINTEINGU. I was like, no, because like if I can get fucking 5 episodes out of a PEINTEINGU and have like rants and talks and shit in between, like, and like every episode, like, it starts to like look more full and has different shit in it and all. Like, oh god, that's fucking awesome. I much prefer that. Like, don't know about you guys, but I don't care because it's my stream. Ha! You don't want to be here? Fuck off! Was I telling you that some random dude fucking commented on one of my YouTube shorts and just said weeb? And I was like, who's this nigga? Like, it's just some random username, you know, Geo with a bunch of numbers. I guess how many subscribers he has? 33. And one video. And it's like, it's not even a video he made. It's like a music video or some shit. Like, and I was just like, what? That's so weird, isn't it? Like, just so happened to have 33 subscribers. And I'm just like I've been seeing 23. I don't know what the crack is with the number 23, but I've been seeing the number 23 fucking everywhere for a while now. It's kind of starting to freak me out sometimes. Like, paint. Just want to make these lines proper black, you know? Getting a good getting a good run on a line with one of these like paint, liner brushes or sign writing brush or something, you know, the ones you can be really elegant with, like, and like twirl them and stuff like that. Like, getting a really nice consistent line, it's fucking so satisfying. It's like, I think I said this before, it's like, it's similar to welding, like, because it takes concentration, but also like you can't be tense, like, you need to flow and stuff, like, you know, it's very satisfying. Yeah, that pops a bit more. On to the lobster. Black lines on him are also a bit weak. Go black is weak. A little squirt, just a tiny squirt, to add a tiny bit of flow to painting goo. And it seriously is like a drop of water. You know what I mean? Like, you can mix like a load of water with it, and then it basically works like watercolor. I know I've said that before, but like, if you want it to just flow a little bit nicer and still retain its opacity, it really is like just a fucking drop of water is the way to go. Sometimes just having your brush wet is enough. Yeah, just weeb. That has to be a bot from your. Seriously, like, that's all it said. just weep. I, like when I seen it, I was like, what the fuck? And then I'll go on and I'm like, so who's this fucker? Like, like what's the crack with you? Like, what's your story? Like, 33 subscribers. And I was just like, here, like what the fuck? And like it probably is a bot, like, do you know what I mean? And like I seen this fucking thing, like I think it was was it in the Legends chat, or like I don't know if maybe Owen shared it on his Telegram channel, but it was on Telegram as far as I remember seeing it. It was yesterday. It might have been this morning actually. But like AI has allowed people to get so good at scamming that like it's actually kind of fucking freaky. There's this clip of this young fella where basically he got a phone call from an unknown number, and he was like, it's not always a scam. So like I answered it because they're not always scams, like, and it was basically his mother's voice saying that she'd been kidnapped and she was being held hostage, and she needed him to like send a load of Bitcoin to this account, or they're not going to let her go or whatever. Like, so he hangs up and rings his ma, and she's fine, And he was just like, "Holy fuck! Like, that's crazy! Like, do you know what I mean? Like, AI is getting so good that they could just like mimic shit, like, and it's almost believable, like." Yeah, that's already looking better. Hello, my love. It just popped in to give a like. It does. It does look good. You are correct. The female is correct. My art is beautiful. Or as Bowler Bear said, there's just a charm to them. There's a really polite way of saying, look, we all know they're terrible. But they're hilarious. So you get away with it. And like, if anything, the thing that I think makes it all more hilarious is the fact that I'm actually pretty good at like painting and drawing. I think that plays to my advantage, like, because then there'd be people that are like, bless them, look at them trying to entertain people and all. I'll give them a like and all, like, and then they go to buy some of my other stuff or some shit to support me, and they're like, shit, he's actually really good. Oh, like, wait till you see the thing I'm doing for the Bears, like, you're gonna love it. It's deadly looking. It's fucking taking me ages. Cannot rush art, but you should probably rush me sometimes. We said we are going to put something down here. We should actually, yeah. Demon Hunter suggested spilling some pills out of the benzo bottle. I completely agree. Couldn't agree more. Uh, hauling mud in the Bible Belt. Emma Crew. Like, Griff just like Griff really getting into the Jap vibe, like, you know, like ooh. Oh, you're gas, Griff. Put some of this. How many pills? A lot of pills? I think we should do a lot of pills. What do you think? Oh. Oh yeah. Defenderu Gepu. Perfect. um, keep the Defenderoo stoked with or stocked with paint and canvas. Indeed. I like thankfully though, like earlier on I did the smart thing and like I invested quite a lot of my money in like lots of materials. I've got a lot of paint, a lot of paper, and like a few canvases and like wood panels and shit, like, you know. I just need to fucking make a load of stuff. So I'm thankfully in a good position in that regard, like, you know. Paint. I'll wait for them to dry and I'll put a little bit of grey under them to like make them look a bit more 3D. I don't think I'll put a black outline on them. I might, but it'd be a really thin one, you know, and then they'll pop a little bit more. Right now, I think I'm going to give that monkey a beautiful schmar. Painting on the right side of my screen. Yeah, it's flipped now. You can tell, like, any of the writing I put in, it's all flipped now. So, fucking, yeah, it's like Instagram and YouTube. Like, I think anything to do with like Google or Facebook, like, I think they use that thing where it's like flipped. But because I was streaming on StreamYard, it was like the other way around. But like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. You know, if it really fucks with you, I'm sorry, nothing I can do about it. Sleep Deprived Bear will probably upload it on Telegram in mirrored form because he's our local weaponized autist. I love that nigga. That's like that chap's work ethic is fucking hilarious. Like just constantly on a keyboard looking at a monitor. I watched that clip. That's a devious level of scamming I haven't thought possible. Yeah, like I knew, like I've thought about stuff like that, like, you know, because I'm kind of into that stuff where like AI and like what would be possible and like, you know, holograms and stuff. Like I've played a lot of video games where that shit is like, you know, present and stuff, like, and yeah, like there's some really cool shit we can do with the tech that's coming out right now. But there's also some like really fucking bad behavior that people are going to start getting involved in, and obviously they already have, which is atypical, you know, of our species to just like, you know, immediately think of a way to fuck shit up when something new comes into play. How could I use this to fuck with my fellow man? Let me see. Those teeth came out really well. Oh. Yeah, like it is actually an insane like that's like imagine going through. I think I said that in the Legends chat. People like that need to be melted down and put in barrels. Like if you go through that much effort to scam someone or fuck someone over, like that is evil. Do you know what I mean? That is evil because like you're clearly capable of putting effort into something. You're not just like a lazy fuck because it takes effort to scam at that level. You know, it takes effort to like get in contact with the people or the materials in question or get the right software and do all that shit. So obviously you're willing to put effort into something, you know, and that's the thing you're putting effort into. Like that's fucked. Like, you know, it's just mad. Like, right. Need to take a piss. Be back in a sec. Oh, Jesus Christ. That would have been the end of painting. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I'm being attacked by everything I use to do a painting. Right. That piss was so satisfying and I was holding it in so long that I need a cigarette after that. That's how you know I'm Irish. I enjoy taking a piss so much and need a cigarette after it. So, jeez, that was a good piss, boy. Fuck. Need a fag. Like I feel so relaxed now. I think I do a painting go till like fucking like. I think I might do it till like 5 o'clock or something. This painting is far from over. I agree with that form of retribution. Oh, that's hilarious. Like fuck people like that. Like, you know what I mean? I would if I was in charge. I'd like just melt them down or something like that. I would like. I'd be the type of guy that like fucking like find a use for people like that, but like on a like utilitarian material level, where like you get somebody who's like committed like crimes that are really devious and shit like that, or like you get like child molesters or pedophiles or something like, and you just like melt them down into base resources, like calcium and fucking like just reduce them to an alchemical like just just different groups of like compositions of minerals. Like you get the gold, you get the plasma, the calcium, the fucking niacin from the nails and shit in the hair and all, like whatever that shit's called. Like it's like, right, well now we at least have some useful materials. And that fucker's long gone and dead. Like I do that. Like I don't understand. Well, not that I don't understand, but like I don't agree with burying the dead. It takes up space. Like, and I know one could argue that, like, oh, like you're feeding Mother Earth or whatever, like, you know, from dust to dust, from the ground you came, to the ground you shall return. But like, why? Like, you bury a body and then you put like whatever about burying the body, but then they have to put a marker there. Then they're like, oh, that's where we buried, like, you know, that's where we buried your father and your grandfather's buried over there and all. And it's like, would you not like? Don't, isn't that how the Chinese do it? They just like have a monument, but they don't actually have a grave. I'm not sure. I just know there's like a big ring or some shit. Like, but I just don't get it. Like, think about how much space graveyards take up, and like how fucking morbid that shit is. Like, you have whole areas of our society dedicated to the housing of corpses. You know, corpses that are like a lot of the time dressed up with like various like resources and materials put in with them, and then like they're in a like really expensive box. Do you know what I mean? Like funeral homes and all that shit, like they always seemed like, you know, just another one of those like scams in our society where it's like, you know, like they make bank. Like funeral homes and fucking shit like that make a fucking killing. Pun not intended. Like, imagine owning a funeral home in the last like 3 years. Be fucking minted. Like, time to get a bit of French in here. Oh, you see that I don't mind. An advertisement that's silent, that's fine. You can have one of them, you know. They're allowed on PEINTEINGU. But these things, these abhorrent fucking things, get the fuck off. Right. I'm going to enjoy this cigarette for a few moments. And then I think I want to put something here. I want to put something in the bush. There is much PEINTEINGU still to be done in this PEINTEINGU. Don't fall in. Oh. For those of you who want to know, I like have such little respect for Little Bear, the Little Bear that I slave to play the piano at the start of PEINTEINGU, that I use his tip bowl as an ashtray. That's how little respect I have for that wanker. Right. Let's get back to business. Shall we finish PEINTEINGU episode 71 today? Possibly. Possibly. Yes. Yes, that works. Must be gentle. Use a smaller bitch. Feel it! Be even more funny if you couldn't hear the music and I was just sitting here doing this. Portborough! Welcome to PEINTEINGU. Good morning to you. Some funky retro synth for your morning coffee. We're in Lebanon, and Coddington is dealing with some benzo lobsters. Just to catch you up on the happenings of PEINTEINGU. The monkey's looking quite happy with his giant bazooka. What am I going to put in the bush? Well, I put bush in the bush. I kind of want to put bush in the bush. That's another cool piece. Oh, thank you very much. The PEINTEINGUs have evolved over time. That's not quite flesh color. I need a lot more white than that. Here. Give big fucking monkey ears. This round head. I'll put like one hand there. And I'll put the other hand in his pocket or some shit. See that? I'm gonna put him in a blue suit because then I can outline him. Because if I put him in a black suit, I can't really outline his ass. Not that I'm gonna outline his ass. I have to get to work. You guys have a great day. Thanks for dropping by, man. You have a good one. God bless. Paintingu. Do do do. Paintingu. Did a bit of white. Man, Prussian blue is no joke. It's intensely dark. That bush is looking very bushy. Well, he fucking better. Need like a pinky color, like, you know? That cracker ass white, like, you know, that fucking, the honky white. What's this? An advertisement? How fucking dare you? You should know better. You should know better. I kind of gave him a lobster claw. I think he's like, you know, in cahoots with the benzo lobster. That's where I'm going with that one. I think it's hilarious when the light hits it. It just gets so shiny and then finally dries in and turns to matte. So we got bush in the bush. I still kind of want to put something down here in the bottom corner. I'm not sure what yet. I think the monkey is like quickly becoming one of my favorite parts of this painting. But in fairness, Al Connington looks pretty badass in his bucket.
We sleep and victory. Each of us dies slowly. The prison.
Try and put some shading in his hair.
Yeah. consume us all.
That nappy hair, like, you know. Yeah. And that dries out that look already, man.
I demand to know what's going on in my house.
Need a bit more black. Where's my black? Hair black! Hair black! Yeah. A little bit of water. Tiny bit of agua.
Is there a new world or will it consume us all?
We sit in the sun, it fades, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dies slowly, the prison of our mind. We sit in the sun, it fades, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dies slowly, the prison of our mind.
It kind of looks like George Bush. Maybe I'll have to give him a speech bubble or something like. Fucking advertisements constantly just interrupting the painting goo. One of these days, I'll be arsed to get rid of you. But not this day. Try and give him like a. Looks like he's wearing a sweater right now, which I suppose is okay. But I could put him in a suit. But if we gave him, he just looks hilarious coming out of the bush with a lobster hat. Like, oh god! I can't think of what to put there. Maybe a paper airplane and some blocks in the shape of two towers next to bush. Oh god! I could try and put a paper airplane in his hand though. That would be funny. Or even just like a toy plane. I fly like paper. I fly like paper, get high like planes. I love that tune. Oh fucking hell! Oh fuck! I think I'll just leave him in a sweater. Okay, will I put a Star of David on a gold chain around his neck? What the fuck you smoking? Right now, just tobacco. I fly like paper, get high like planes. I fucking love that tune. That's like I just want your money. Oh god. Right. Yeah, I think gold chain around his neck with a Star of David on it. This looks hilarious and amazing, bro. Thank you. It does have quite the charm to it, as Bowler would say. I think my favorite aspect of painting goo, like each painting going on for like multiple streams now, instead of me trying to just like bang it out in one stream, it just like you just keep adding to it and you just end up with this like what even is this? And I can't wait to make the book of painting goo. I think I'll be there soon enough where I have the first like 100 pages ready to go into the book of painting goo. What the fuck are the Newports? No, these are roll your own. They're not Newports. I roll my own cigarettes, you fag. Right. Star of David coming right up. Just a little bit of water. Make that yellow run a bit. That should do it. kind of looks like he's wearing like a pearl necklace. That's hilarious. Right. Is there anything that needs to be touched up? Well, there we go. Just saying that again. It just sounds wrong. Right. We're nearly done with the painting goo. Is there anything that needs to be touched up? Like, I have a black outline on everything except the grappler in the background. I might put a black outline on the fan and stuff. Make that pop a little bit more. And then we'll leave it there. A little bit more pop to it, all right, yeah. Right, I think we're done. Just in time. 7 minutes remaining. I'll sign this bitch. And then I have to go collect a package.
Get out of here!
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bears and bearettes, niggers and niggerettes, this concludes episode 71 of Paintingu. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did. It's fucking hilarious. In conclusion, the conflict in Lebanon has been resolved, despite how it may appear. I am trying to conclude this stream, thank you. How rude. Right. In conclusion, what we have on this of Paintingu is a tiny grappler with a mechanical fan, vainly attempting to blow away the local sun in Lebanon, of all places. Followed by a crazy chimp in a tree, in a Lebanese tree, no doubt, with a bazooka / RPG, witnessing the conflict between the glorious American Eagle and our very own Coddington in his bucket of dirt, equipped with Browning machine gun and belt-fed apparatus, taking on the benzo-ridden lobsters of the Petersons. And finally, Papa Bush in a bush, flinging a paper airplane and declaring his all too well-known affiliation with the Jewish community. So, If you're not happy with that painting, you can go fuck yourself. Same time, same place. I'll see you again tomorrow for some more high-octane painting. And if you're absent, you will do nothing but bring great shame upon you and your ancestors. So be good, be true, and above all else, be beautiful. And I will see you tomorrow for some more painting. Auf Wiedersehen, sayonara and farewell. I have been Defenderu, and this has been Paintingu.